Okay guys, so in the last video we looked at adding water to our world, and you'll notice in this one this is a fresh world for Kodu, fresh environment. And what we're going to look at today is we're going to look at adding objects. So to add the objects, we're going to go to this Kodu robot here, and we're going to click anywhere on the map, and it brings us up this circular wheel. Now you'll notice there are two things with this wheel. You've got segments that have a nice flat rounded edge, and you've got segments that have got like a bit of an arrow point to them. The ones with the arrow point allow you to go into sub-menus. So if I click on these objects here, you'll see there's another wheel inside it. Okay, and to get back from this wheel to the previous wheel, I just right click in the middle and it goes back, and we can go into the various different ones. So we have sort of movable objects here: wisps, blimps, cannons, saucers, octopus, flying fish, jets, turtles, fish, drums, ships, lights, push pads, various different things. We've got factories, hearts, coins. So these are things like tokens you could use to maybe catch or pick up or give you health or hearts or points. Stars to maybe give you speed boosts or different things, ammunition, or whatever it is you want to create. You've got to really have a play with this, and you've got to sort of look around yourself and decide what you want. You've got trees, pipes, underwater objects and various different things, and rocks, and you've got different types of rocks, icebergs and unknown rocks and different things. So we'll add something there. So we've added a sedimentary rock. I didn't actually want the sedimentary rock, I've just accidentally clicked on it, but it gives me an opportunity to show you what this button down here does, this little menu item. So if I click on this little fella down here, and you'll notice it puts me a square on, and once again I've got different shapes. I can choose what I want to do. I'm going to keep it as a square because it doesn't really make any difference. I can use the left arrow to make it smaller, right arrow to make it bigger. But what it does is, if I hold it over this object that I've inserted and just left click, what it does is it deletes it. So if I have got quite a few objects that I want to get rid of quite quickly, and I'll just going to put a few on just to demonstrate. Okay, if I click on this one, I can literally just delete these away. It's a bit like a rubber, like an eraser. You can just delete things off of the screen. And as you've seen, I'm just going to add the Kodu robot. So put the Kodu robot in the middle, and like this is the same as all objects. If I left click it, I can drag it to where I want. You'll also notice there's a little black line coming from the bottom of it. This links to the shadow underneath. Now if I right click, I get a menu. Now I can change the height, so you get a scroll bar, and you'll see how it sort of flies off the ground. If I want it really close to the ground, I reduce it right down there, and you can just literally just click to wherever you want to put the robot. That's up to you and the next to complete it. So if I right click again, I can change the size, so I can make it quite small, or I can make him quite big. But you'll notice if I make him quite big, I'm just going to hold the space bar and then right click to move around. He actually sits below the earth, so below the terrain. So what I probably want to do is I want to change the height. If I'm going to make him quite big, I'm going to just make sure he's sitting in the right place. You will need to bear in mind, if you have a small terrain, a small sort of area, and you've got a big robot, that could be a problem. So you need to think about that. But as that is your choice. That's how you're going to decide what works best for your world. When you've got the Kodu robot or the object selected, you can use the left and right arrow keys to change its colour. So you'll notice the back, so I'm going to space bar around over, and you can change the colour of the Kodu robot. So you can have 3 or 4 different Kodu robots. So I'm going to make right click it, change size. I'm going to make him a lot smaller. I'm going to change the height to sort of here. I'm going to add another Kodu robot, and I'm going to make this one red. So you can see I've got a green one and I've got a red one. And this is where you're maybe creating teams or creating different objects. So you can change the colour, you can change the height that they sit off the ground, you can change the size of them, and we can also change how they interact with the world and the programming. We're going to look at the programming in another video, but to get to it we just right click it and then select program, and that will take us to the programming menu. That's pretty much all for this video, and I'll catch you in the next video when we're going to look at adding paths.